than 200 years ago, Americans fought a revolution against big government.
He has erected a multitude of new offices and has sent hither swarms of officials to harass our people and eat out their substance.
Welcome to On Second Thought. I am Brianna Moore, co-hosting today. Thank you for joining us where William J. Wagner gives you reason to have second thoughts. And now for the host and producer of On Second Thought, the good guy in the white hat, William J. Wagner.
Do you know how many children were killed in Afghanistan today by American bombs? Innocent children and women, thinking they were in a safe hideout, got blown to shreds. Merry Christmas from the United States of America. I still ask anybody, Lois Capps or President Bush, show me one single shred of evidence that would stand up in a federal or state court under the scrutiny of fair judicial proceeding. One shred of evidence that proves bin Laden was a mastermind behind the World Trade Center destruction or the Pentagon. I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. But we've gone to war as if it's a fact and it's an established fact. It's not an established fact. Neither is it established that bin Laden, Osama bin Laden, is hiding out in Afghanistan. What we do know is that there's a lot of oil, about $6 trillion worth of oil up in Central Asia, and certain Western culture corporations and major banking families want to put a pipeline up through Afghanistan to a port city in Pakistan and pump that oil out. $6 trillion worth. And the Taliban, our former friends, are saying, no way. Another thing you don't know is back in July of this year, the Taliban officials met with officials from Washington, D.C. They had a secret meeting. And whatever happened at that secret meeting, our government isn't talking about it. But shortly after that, we decided they were no longer our friends, they were our enemies. These are the same people, along with the Mujahideen, that helped throw out the Soviets, when the Soviets used to be our enemies. Now the Russians are our friends. Hello? Hello out there. When are we going to stop making our friends into our enemies and just follow a non-interventionist foreign policy and do free trade with everybody and stay out of foreign affairs of other countries? Only the Libertarian Party has been preaching that. Only the Libertarian Party. Not the Democrats, not the Republicans. Oh, and by the way, does anybody doubt for a minute, even a half minute, that the bipartisan foreign policy, come here a little closer. I don't think you're hearing me. Come in a little closer. I don't think you're getting this. Does anybody doubt, well, I didn't get that close, but hey, we're going to have to get married if you stay that close. Does anybody doubt for a minute that the so-called bipartisan Democrat-Republican foreign policy failed on September 11th? Totally failed. It didn't protect Americans in America. And that is what the foreign policy is supposed to do. Make sure that you are safe in America. Not that you are safe in Afghanistan, you are safe in Japan, or the South Pole, the North Pole, or someplace here between here and the moon. But in America, you should be safe. And the Democrat and Republicans always bragged about how they were doing this interventionist stuff all over the world, policing the world to make you safe. You weren't safe. 3,000 people, down from the first original estimates of 5, 6, 7, and 10,000. Now it's down to 3,000 plus some. And that's terrible enough. But 3,000 died thinking their bipartisan foreign policy, the Democrats and the Republicans, were going to help them. It didn't help them.